Good evening, good morning, good night, as according to your hours, according to your time. I want to come to you today, not necessarily in preaching, but into an enlightenment of a thing or of something that I've kept on trying to analyze or understand. And for sure, I've come to understand one thing. And here I want you to differentiate about these two things: poverty and in lack or in need. Those are two different things. But today I want to talk about poverty. Poverty, I've come to understand it's a spirit. And so many people won't understand it, but if you listen to me carefully or you try to analyze this message I'm about to tell you, you will understand why poverty is a spirit. I'm not talking about lack. I'm not talking when you are in need, because those are two different personalities. Those are two different situations, and those are two different types of livelihood. When I talk about poverty is a spirit, this is what I'm saying. You find somebody who really is in need and is in a position that he's of a certain needs. For example, somebody is a graduate. Somebody has already pursued a course, maybe it's a master or degree or even a diploma in a certain career. And you are keeping on, pressing on, and trying to tarmac to look for a job because you are looking at you have a certain perspective of a job that you need in accordance to what you have learned. Now, in most of the situation, you find people tammacking, and they get in a position whereby they get another job of another caliber, of another area that is not in conjunction to them, and they refuse that thing because only they are targeting a certain kind of a job. That is not normal. It's something spiritual. And that's what will bring poverty. But take a scenario whereby you are there in the morning, you are praying to God to guide you on the day so that you can go and get a job. And you're asking God to bless the work of your hands. Now, when you leave the house and you go around with your papers, you find somebody, also maybe a wholesale or a hardware, or some guys in a garage whereby they are offloading some things from a trailer or something. In your mentality, you think them, that's not kind of job you want to do. You're an accountant, for example. You have done up to CPA 8 if there is, or CPA 6. Or you have done all exams of CASNEB, you have done all exams of CPA, or you have done all degrees in economics, finance, and accounts. You cannot do something like that. But let me tell you, a flip side of changing your mind. You have searched for a job for a very long time. Start changing your mind. By, for example, an example I want to give you is this. If you, for example, you are working on this estate and you find some guys are offloading maybe sand, they are offloading wholesale things in a wholesale, they are offloading hardware stuff, and you are looking for a job and you have been looking for it. Can you stop and ask them if you can have just a job for today so that you can have something to eat? Let me tell you what will happen. If you have that kind of mentality, you find yourself being given a job to off-road with your own suits and all that. Put down that suit. Ask for a gun sack. Put on your neck. Offload those bales of wheat, bale of flours. Offload those metal bars. Offload those cements. Offload those sand. And when the day ends, when you receive something, can you ask the bosses, is there any job for tomorrow? If they tell you to come tomorrow, and maybe you pass there at around 11 after you have gone for an interview which you failed, come back early in the morning than even before, like you are coming to offload. Do you know what will happen? in spiritual world, it will align itself. And the accountant of that wholesale, of that hardware, or that the accountant within their reach will somehow, magically or spiritually, in 2 or 3 few days or few months of you following this job, he or she will just go to another level, move out of that company, and you move in a circumstance that the boss will ask you guys, where can I get an accountant in an immediate effect? And you tell the boss, I'm an accountant. From that time, you'll be employed. Why am I giving you a such sample? I want to educate you something. You are looking for a job on a certain perspective. Stop looking on a certain perspective. Start looking for any job that you can do with your hand. Because the Bible tells us, I will bless the work of your hands. It has not said, yet it has said, do not steal. That's the only job God has said, don't do this. Of course, other jobs like prostitution and all that others which are quote unquote bad, selling illegal things, those are not God's ordained work. But any other work you can do with your hands. Can you come out of that comfort zone and start walking around on the estates, walk around in town, walk around in industrial areas, and start for looking for any job that can give you a meal for another day? And let me tell you, if you go with a perspective of, I want to have a job that will give me at least for tomorrow, then tomorrow you get a job to give you at least for the other day. With that capability, your spiritual alignment will align itself, and you find yourself fighting the spirit of poverty. So what do? We just sit there and wait. We sit there and just wonder, what do we do next? We keep on praying for prayers, but we don't put faith into our prayers. That's why I commend some people who, they are graduate, but they see, I'll put a trolley with boiled egg and some sausages and smokies on the street. I sell and I get a food for tomorrow. With that kind, you find that person within few years or few months, somebody recognize him, somebody get to know his qualification, and from there, he gets the right job for him. God will bless you when you are already doing something. God will align your path when already you are doing something. But when you sit down and say, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start, just start somewhere. Just start somewhere. And when you start somewhere, let me tell you, the path will align itself, and you will understand that the Spirit is not against you, but it's for you. The Spirit of God is for you, not against you. But you keep on analyzing yourself with your qualification, my friend, you will keep on failing. You will keep on dwindling in poverty. And you keep on asking and saying, oh, kwetu tulirogwa. Oh, kwetu we have been. Nobody has witched you. Nobody has bewitched you. Nobody has gone to sorcery because of you. No. It's only you. You have bewitched yourself with a thought and mentality. Today, change your mentality and you change your spiritual path. May God have mercy on you. May God bless you. May God see you path. Please subscribe to this channel. More to come. God bless you.